All right, peace, peace. What up? Just want to come back with another video, man. I meant to come in. I meant to talk about this too, man. You know, yeah. I meant to first and foremost. Hopefully, Most High in house shall bless you all day. By His mercies, we aren't consumed. We're alive. Naturally, we're alive in the Most High in house shall's body, or in two, we're naturally alive, man. Cause yeah, man. I just want to go into this, man, because you know. Because yeah, man, I was going how shot comes the volume of the book. I know, like, a lot of. I was just reading the Maccabees. Reading the Maccabees, still am, but I know a lot the feast dedication thing of that nature. But I was gonna get into this how it's important, man, because like how the Most High house shot comes in the volume of the book, man. Because like, listen, man, and you know what it is too, and this ties into. I was going to talk about this earlier today too, because cause yeah, man, and also too, man, we're really in captivity of sin and death, honestly. But a lot of times too, like but even in naturally, like in the with other nations and like and also because of the brother in the Discord app, one of the brothers in the Discord app say, listen, how do I just keep my mind focused on not the wickedness of this world and like and a lot of brothers was telling them too, like, just focus on the Most High Yahushua, man, like and just realize, even I told them too, like, even in that, like what Yahushua said in what John what was it, John 16, or where is it in John, I pray you do not take them out of the world and things of that nature. But I'm roughly paraphrasing what he was teaching is that, like, hold on, y'all. Hold on. I was just like thinking about something in the water, but what he was teaching is thankfulness, man. Because actually, no, let's get that real quick, man. What was that, John? Just before we get into it, because it's actually going to go into that too. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that too. John chapter, where's it? I pray them take them not out the world. I think it's 14. It's somewhere, man. Oh gosh, is it 19? Oh gosh, it's if I can't find it, it's all good. But yes, pray you take them not out of the world. It might be 16. No, that's not it. That's not it either. Okay. You know what? Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Hold on. Because I might find it here. Let's see. Oh God, I don't even have it in here either. I should have had it here. It's all good if I can't find it. Oh my gosh. Oh man. I hate when I can't find it. I could use this one, but yeah, it's all good. I really wanted the one in John. But yeah, man, he says, listen, I pray you not take out in the world. And like First John says, like, the whole world, life and wickedness, man. But you know what it is too? Let's get Ecclesiastes 5 and 8, man. Because let's grab that too, man. Because it's just no surprise that the Most High house, like they see all these things, and like that's why, like like the Bible said, like the elder Ra'am the believers of the way out in California said, man, this Bible, the scriptures, man, is like our spiritual newspaper, man. Like that's why, like, even like kind of going to like stuff like that, like when they're going to like current events, stuff like that, nothing wrong with that, things of that nature. I mean, it is what it is, but like but the Most High house always provides a way out. And also too, man, it's not like like when the brother said, well, listen, we're not news reports, things of that nature. Listen, let's focus on what the Most High house said, like and that's true. That's part of doing that, like looking at current times, because prophecy is unfolding each and each day. But let's focus on that rather than that, because other than like just looking on, okay, this is coming, yeah, but that's part of the reason, man, that because certain things just don't shock. My point is being that, like, certain things, like once you get in the word and like understand it and meditate on it and increase your faith in Most High house, certain things don't shock you anymore, man, because man, my homie sent me a clip. I think I told you about this, and I did a video on this, man, about how many people, like, there was a question. They said, they said, listen, how many people would have would you rather have money's worth for food stamps, or dinner with Jesus, or dinner with Christ? And many people said, like, dinner with food. Many people said dinner. Food stamps, pretty much. Money's worth of food stamps rather than Christ. And my homie's like, man, I can't believe this. I was like, listen, I can, because like the more you understand, more in certain things, like, this doesn't shock you. Like, listen, this is all written to happen. So because we're living in real time, it is, and at the same time, it's a balance. Because I do understand, like, wow, okay, well, it's actually happened, but you gotta remember, this is. It was written to happen. You go back to the book. Well, listen, the Most High House of the Father, they did say these things will happen. So, it is what it is too, man. So, but this leads me to the point though, man, because we're gonna get to the point, because this is Ecclesiastes 5:8. He says, "If thou seest the oppression of the poor and violent, perverting judgment and justice and providence, marvel not." It says, "Marvel not at that matter, for he that is higher of the highest regardeth it, and there be and there be higher than they." So yeah, exactly. So yeah, so it says, when you see all these things, when certain things going on, and it can't really even shock you like that. I get it, because we're human. We're naturally gonna have that natural reaction. We're living it. It's like, wow, but listen, it was all written to happen, man. So like, and that ties into, like, let's get at First Maccabees real quick, because like, let's get to why we came here, man, because this all ties into, like, he sees things happening. He's gonna, let's go to the First Maccabees real quick, man, because it all talks about how Yahushua. This all goes into how Yahushua comes in the volume of the book, man, and reading it through his perspective, him and the Most High's perspective, man. Because let's get this too, because yeah, let's get First Maccabees 6, chapter 21. It says, howbeit of them that were besieged got forth, whom joined themselves unto God. Okay, no, I'll just get verse 22. That's the more the point. It says, and they went unto the king and said, how long will it be to be ere thou execute judgment and avenge our brethren? So let's think about this again. No, I'm sorry. I'll read verse 21 again and 22. I'll read them both. Howbeit certain of them that were besieged got forth, whom some ungodly men of Israel joined themselves, and they went unto the king and said, how long will it be ere thou execute judgment and avenge our brethren? So see, exactly, what does that, what y'all think when y'all hear that, man? Man, let's go Luke 8:18, man. Like, because then your house, I said, listen, won't he avenge his elect? Like, so when you see all these things, man, it shouldn't shock you, man. Even this is like, even though they get a lot of flack, man, I don't really go into all that stuff, man. But they did do something like that, like, they did do something, because I was actually out earlier, man, at 69th Street. I was earlier, and it's like, IUIC, they had a, and that was part of curses, like Deuteronomy 8:28 and 66, man. It was a young sister. She went missing, man. So, like, and like, and a lot of times, because people say stuff like that, like, and then my mind immediately went to Ecclesiastes 5:8. It's like, it's sad, but these things aren't like, this is more prophecy. This is more of how you gotta realize that these stuff was written to happen, and how much that's sad, and it is, man. Because a lot of people say, like, a lot of our people outside the word, right? And like, they'll say, like, oh man, why? But one, some certain things should be done about that too. Like, listen, like, because a lot of people say, oh man, what are you going to do? Because a lot of times that's a lot of people. Or a lot of our people say that stuff. Or what are you doing? Like, what are you doing to do stuff like that? Listen, like, that's if you in the word, out the word, man. Listen, if you feel like you need to do certain things, like, because some people might like think that bones away or marching down the street, things of that nature. Hey, if you feel that way, or doing other things, getting involved in certain things, certain, like, meeting and legislations, as long as it's not like, against the Most High house shall listen. Who am I to tell another man what to do? Like, okay, they think that's a certain way, but me, like, personally, man, it's like, listen, you gotta lean on the Most High house shall listen, and help those who you can as well, to the best of your ability, man, because you can't, that's why we can't get, like, Messiah complex, because listen, I'm not the Mashiach, so, like, that's up to him to do all these things too, and we just supposed to walk as he walk and help who we can, man, like our brothers and sisters in the word, even out the word, man. But a lot of, I'm saying that to say, because a lot of people say that, all say, oh man, what like, they'll say, like, oh, what are y'all doing about this, or what like, something should be done about this. But you gotta realize, like we just read in Ecclesiastes 5:8, man, these things are written to happen. So, like, it's sad as much it is, man, like, and plus too, that's up to local, like, that is, like, well, even though we know for the most part, when our children, this our people go missing. The authorities and stuff like that, they're really not gonna do nothing about it, man. But that's why it is coming. That's why this is coming back to this is so key, man. But I said that just to say that, man, because it was sad. That's what I was even thinking about earlier. I was like, it was a young sister too, man. Like it said she's been missing since like December 2nd, man, of last month, man. So it was really really sad, man. But but I was just, and they had Deuteronomy, 28 and verse 41, I believe. They had that, and I just want to say I saw that earlier, man. So even though you get a lot of flack, things of that nature, but I mean, it is what it is. I don't really. That's listen. Strive not matters that don't concern thee. That is what it is. But yeah, that does show. Like, listen, that is like a stepping stone or something, man. Because that's just. But me seeing that, man, I just saw and thought about that, man. Because that was just really sad, man. Just because and that's what that Sirach 40 goes into as well. But my bad, I didn't mean to digress, man. But let's just read this Maccabees one more time because I we got sidetracked a little bit with that. But I just wanted to share that too because First Maccabees chapter I said that to say too. Let me say this too. Let me before not to get off too off topic, man. Because listen, man, like because a lot of times too when we can't that's why Yahushua said with judge righteous judgment, man. Like I'm not talking about IUIC and I'm not talking about them per se, but so when you see certain so you might see certain brothers in different camps and congregations and churches, stuff like that. They might be meeting with they might be meeting with what you call them, a certain mayor, a certain political party, or certain things like that. A lot of times we always can just jump to conclusions that they're just agents, things of that nature. Well, that let me say that too. Honestly, too, that could be a high strongly case. But two, we gotta remember what the law says. Due diligence. We don't have to need proof for that as well, man. I'm saying that because I said that to the point I made earlier, man. Because they could really be trying. It might be brothers in this world that might be feeling like that's the way to do to go to certain me personally. I'm just gonna lean on to most house shot, but certain brothers might feel that's the way to go. Meet with certain little mayors and different legislations to try to do these things. And I'm not I'm not against that. Listen, that's on them. But I just want to say that because certain times we see certain things we say, okay, that man's an agent and something like that. That man's this and that. I don't know that. Now could that be the case? Yes, but you never know. Just don't. You gotta do diligent inquiries. You can't just forget about the law in that aspect. Need proof now. So. It is what it is now. A lot of times that is the case, but a lot not all the time as well, because they're not because there's certain brothers that in this walk that might still have that same mindset, man. Because even though the shout to brother Assembly of Firstborn, even the brother Chronicles Judah said, listen, this word, this is the only way out for our people, man. But I always say, this is about the Most High, Yahushua's book about this. It's like the brother Assembly of Firstborn said, this is not a pro-black movement a lot of times too. So so that's just not what this book is really about. This is not. It's not that. So but also too, as well, man. But cause a lot of times people carry that into a word. But once cause even I did it at one point. But once you cause this book is about being for your nation, for your people, things. There's aspects of that your self-preservation, but it's all following the guidelines of the Most High House's will. But there's aspects of that, but it's not just totally that, because a lot of times, even when I came into a degree, I still had that mindset a little bit, but it's not that. But I said to say, listen, even if a brother is in this walk, he wants to do certain things for his people, and that's fine. As long as it's not against the Most High House, it is what it is. Meeting with certain mayors, there's nothing wrong with that. And I say that to say not everybody's that does that. Their intention is not their agent and something else. Not everybody. Now sometimes that's the case, but I just wanted to point that out too, because we gotta kind of watch that too. But let me read this Maccabees again. My bad, y'all. First Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 21. It says, How be it certain of them that were besieged got forth, whom joined themselves unto godly men of Israel, and joined themselves, and they said unto the king, how long will it be ere thou execute judgment and avenge our brethren? So let's get that. Let's get this in Luke real quick, man, because you know, yeah. Luke 18 and verse 7. It says, yeah, it says, and shall not Yahweh avenge his own elect, and which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them. So yeah, man, the most just like we read earlier in Ecclesiastes 5 and 8, and like what Jesus read, like the Maccabees said, how long will we avenge our we avenge our brother, man. The Most High House I got you, man. All this stuff. That's kind of like when we talk about on videos, like Only Way Out, man. A lot of times too, like those different movements, things of that nature. Like, listen, like I said, I'm not going against. Like, listen, that those men during that time they felt like that was the best way to help our people, things of that nature. But it just wasn't meant to be because it was written that way. It wasn't spiritually. It wasn't based on anything spiritual. So that's why we literally was going to last long. But I'm not going to cascade those men for that aspect, like but. In that aspect of their lives and what they were trying to do. I mean, it's understandable, but listen, the Most High house shall, like, once you come into the word and understand that, listen, the Most High house shall sees all this stuff is going on. The brother Chronicles Jews he even said, you should always say, listen, the biggest oppression is self oppression, man. Like, you're not following like the Most High house shall your God, man. That's where Jake is, man. Like, that's the problem too. So. And it starts with us, man. Once we like kind of go into what we talking about, like the last video being that new creature, man. Like that's just is what it is, man. But let's get this Iraq for 35, man, because a lot of times too, like the Most High house shot, like even to our people in the word, outside the word, even part in the word, man. Like, and now coming in the word, you understand, man. And listen, man, even like our people that like that Zechariah 11:5 says, like on natural tip, like those that like our brothers and sisters that now, like, don't get it twisted, because a lot of times too, that's most of that time too is judgment of the Lord for like those lifestyles, like brothers and sisters or things they have done, like that's their judgment for doing that, being unjustly, like getting killed by the police. But even if it's not, like getting killed by the police, you don't think the Most High house I seen that? That's where our brothers and sisters, like inside as well, outside those just walking. You understand? Like what we just read, you don't think he's going to avenge that? Like I mean, in this aspect, he's going to avenge his elect, and the elect those like that follow the land where they go, that actually are faithful to the word and follow the Most High house and his instruction, his commandments. But like but even the Lord did say, listen, even those that like I'm just avenging those that all these other nations that did that to my people, whether they believe or not. So the Most High house, I was like, they're going to do something about that, man. So it's just more of that, man. So is what it is. Let's grab Sirach 35 and 19 real quick, man, because there were angels in that brethren. He said, "Avenge our brethren." That's very deep, man, because angels in heaven is saying that too, and the saints in heaven they saying that too. Let's grab this Ecclesiastes chapter 35 and verse 17. I'm sorry. It said the prayer of the humble pierces the clouds till I come nigh. He will not be comforted, and will not depart till the Most High it shall behold the judge righteously and execute judgment. Verse 18. It says, "For the Lord will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient toward them, till he has smitten sunder the lords of the unmerciful, and repaid repay vengeance to all the heathen, till I have taken away the multitude of the proud and broken the scepter of the unrighteous." So yeah, like we just said, listen, man, that's going to happen, man. This is going to happen, man. But just gotta pray, because listen, like Jeremiah said, he's coming for the uncircumcised and all circumcised too, and the judgment is starting here, like First Peter said. And that judgment in the Lord's house, that's even deeper. That's even deeper chamber in that, because listen, in the Lord's house, he's talking about the one's house of actually believers. Not only talking about the house of his people, but the house of believers starting here. Then it's going to trickle on down. So yeah, that's what that is. But what was that? My bad, I was watching Scooby Doo, but yeah, that's just the case, man. So that's just is what it is too. So yeah, but the Most High house, he sees what's going on, man. They see what's going on, but it's best, like to come back to the Lord, man, to the Most High Yahshua, man, in spirit and in truth, man. That's it. So like but yeah, man. So but he sees that, man. So because a lot of times too, like uh, we try we could try to take it into our own hands. That's what it is, man. The Most High Yahshua, like what didn't it say in Matthew 1:21, he shall save his people. You're like, yeah. So, like, well, he says from their sin. So, listen, that goes back into that self-oppression. Our biggest enemies are ourselves, man. How we deal, our unfaithfulness, like, how we treat each other, like, that lack of love for one, for our God and His Son, and two, to each other, man. Our lifestyle, like, living unrighteously. So, yeah. So, let's go. Let's grab Hebrews 12, Hebrews 13, because it said, let's get Maccabees again, because it said, until avenge our brother, man. So, like, yeah. Because this is like on earth as it in heaven, man. Because, like, that just goes into how on earth as it in heaven. That's how, like, brothers are saying that right here. That's being said in the heavens. Like, let's get Hebrews 13:1. It says, let the brotherly love continue. Be not forgetful to unentertained strangers, and for thereby some entertain strangers unaware. So yeah, it says let that brotherly love continue. And this stranger is talking about angels unawares, man. So let's go Revelation 22, like that heavenly brother, man. Like because then say in Maccabees, let's go back to Maccabees real quick. It says First Maccabees 6:22, and when the king sits, and they went to the king and said, how long will it be ere till thou execute judgment and avenge our brethren? So yeah, so let's see. Let's go Revelation 22:9. It says Revelation 22:9. It says, he said unto me, see thou not, for I am thy fellow servant, thy brethren of the prophets. The brethren of thy brethren, the prophets, and of them which keeps the sayings of this book and worship Yahweh. So yeah, Revelation 22:9. And then he says unto me, see thou doeth not. This is when John bowed to John of Revelation bowed to the angel. For I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren the prophets, and of them that which keep the sayings of this book and worship your house. So yeah, man, the heavenly brother, man. Because even the angels saying, listen, I'm your brother. Man, that's what we just read in Hebrews 13, man. So, yeah, man. So let's get that. And just like that, bro, like, got Jake saying to here, brothers saying to here, like, this are people saying here, it's happening in the heavens too. Let's grab that in Revelation 6. Because, like, we just read Sirach, like, the polite prayer to get avenged. Even during the time Maccabees, even during different points in time, man, these things happen. So the ultimate the thing is to overcome sin to death. But I want to talk about this because it's very, very key, man. Revelation 6 and verse 10, it says, and they cried with a loud voice, saying, how long, O Yahweh, holy and true, doest thou not judge and avenge our blood that dwell on the earth? So yeah, didn't it just say that? And we just read that in Maccabees, execute judgment and avenge our brethren. So yeah, and they Revelation 6:10, it says, and they cry with a loud voice, saying, how long, O Yahweh, holy and true, and how dost not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? And white robes were given unto every one of them, and they said unto them that they should rest for a little season until their fellow servants be killed, and also their brethren, that they should be killed as they were, and as they were should be fulfilled. So yeah, that's why that's no temptation coming to man. So like just like how the prophets of old, the righteous men, the righteous people of old had to go through what they go through, this generation will have to go through what they go through. That's Acts 14:22, man. Much tribulation comes to kingdom, man, because they went through it. So we gonna have to go through it, man. So this generation is gonna have to go through it, man. So like that's just is what it is, man. Like so that's what they saying in the heavens, man. So I was gonna say something else, man, too. Oh yeah, too. Even also too, man. Even like those that killed Yahweh and killed the prophets, man. Even those amongst our people, man. They like I said in Jeremiah, he's coming for those circumcised and uncircumcised. They gonna get they gonna get their vengeance too. They're gonna get what. They're gonna get recompense for their deeds as well too. So like it's about at the end of the day too. Like the brother Quan 144 said one time, he said, "Listen about the righteous and the wicked." And the other day, like like the brother simply firstborn said, "Listen, it's about you being born of the word." Honestly, like no matter what nation you are, honestly. So it's about you be born of the word. So like, at the end of the day, for real, on the surface level. But I'm saying this as an aspect for our people to understand a lot of times too, because like, and also too, not only how Yahushua comes to volume book, because that First Maccabees 6:22, that's pretty much Luke 18:7, and but also too, man, just so our people to realize this, man, like most time Yahushua, what does it say in Proverbs 15:3? Like the eyes is on the righteous and the wicked, man, so they see everything. So like it is what it is, man. So hopefully this is edifying. So peace.